our relations between the European Union and Azerbaijan are based on the existing partnership and cooperation agreement. Over years, they have been dynamic. There were periods when they were better and periods when they were not that good, but the most important thing that currently they are good, and we work to make positive momentum even more sustainable. Speaking of achievements, so first of all, indeed, restoration of that positive trend is a very important one. Secondly, we have an intensive ongoing dialogue in many areas based on the partnership and cooperation agreement. In February this year, we started negotiations of the new comprehensive agreement. In summer this year, we restarted negotiations on aviation agreement. Now we are finalizing partnership priorities, which will serve as basis for future financial and project-based cooperation. If you remember, also a few years ago, we signed agreements on visa facilitation and readmission agreements. They actually allow citizens of Azerbaijan to travel cheaper and easier to European Union. Thinking of wider areas, you could also mention Erasmus Plus program. Over 900 students have had chance in 2015, 2017 to benefit from studies in the European Union countries. Last but not least, Azerbaijan is a champion in twinning. Twinning is connecting civil servants of Azerbaijan and the European Union, and exchanges of the latest and most modern ways of governance and cooperation in many areas, assisting Azerbaijan in the reforms and economic diversification. Currently, 68% of people in Azerbaijan think that our relations are good. Looking into the prospects, well, let's keep working to make that momentum positive in our relations. There are a number of areas where we have mutual interests, but there is also plenty of space for improvement of our cooperation. It's good when our relations are based on mutual interest and are pragmatic, but they work even better when they're based on shared values, and for that, both sides need to contribute. Over years, we have developed very strong economic links. Azerbaijan and European Union are strong partners. European Union is the largest trade partner of Azerbaijan, almost 50% of trade, and largest foreign investment also in Azerbaijan. Since 2009, 14,000 Azerbaijani companies have received over 444 million manat from the European Union. Recently, last June this year, we have held yet another EU-Azerbaijan business forum attended by over 500 people who looked into the prospects of our cooperation. And what else we could do? First of all, you have embarked on quite extensive work on economic diversification, and we believe we need also to diversify our trade. So far, most of the trade is in oil and gas. We need to go beyond that. So, for example, trade, food or agriculture, small, medium-sized enterprises. We work in these areas to enable more and more of the good production and diversified export to the European markets from Azerbaijan. We're quite intensively working on support to vocational training here to produce more well-skilled labor force to the labor market. What could help? WTO accession would help, because that brings rule-based trade and also rule of law in Azerbaijan. So these two areas I would single out as ways to improve. In your diversification efforts, this is a very important priority, and we believe that your farmers who grow very good products could benefit more from access to the European market. For that, you need to establish food safety, accredit laboratories, and actually bring knowledge and possibilities. Connections are there, but you need to go over certain procedures. Small, medium-sized enterprises can take much bigger share in the Azerbaijani market, and there could be much more of our cooperation. We could do more in education. For example, already 1,800 people, young workers, have been on the exchanges on the various European institutions. We could do more in that. That would help to reduce unemployment and produce better skilled labor. That's what the labor market is, more targeted. Rule of law needs to be worked on, and we also look forward to increase our cooperation and dialogue in the area of security, wider security. You're absolutely right. We very much value very long-standing good traditions of Azerbaijan in the area of tolerance and multi-confessional coexistence. Recently, in September, we have hosted in Brussels a group of Azerbaijani religious leaders. It was a very good visit. We need to build on that and continue that cooperation. Also, in October, here, our delegation helped, assisted was by embassies of the European Union member states, have hosted first ever Euro Tolerance Festival, where tolerance and multiculturalism was one of the main topics. The festival was attended by more than 3,000 people, and we definitely intend to continue that next year. Next year, Azerbaijan will celebrate 100 years of restoration or establishment of its independence with various events where there will be lots of occasions for us to also to commemorate that, and again, stressing tolerance and multiculturalism. Baku-Tbilisi-Kars railway, inauguration of it, was a major step, providing very important interconnections between Europe, European Union, Turkey, Georgia, Azerbaijan, and then connecting it to the Central Asia. European Union definitely welcomes this new rail corridor. We believe that coupled with further work, with future investments, with more increased logistic opportunities and trade opportunities, this road will provide a very, very important transport link between Europe and Asia. This is and always has been supported in the European Union partnership priorities, also our Central Asia strategy. And improving interconnectivity has always been our priority. We believe this is an important link that fits into the ancient Silk Route. Similarly, like Southern Gas Corridor. It is a very important interconnector, symbolic I would say, but also very practical, bringing alternative energy resources, gas, from the Caspian to European markets and linking Azerbaijan to the European Union. It fully fits the strategies of European Union on energy diversification. Well, I know very much how painful that problem is here in Azerbaijan. European Union fully supports efforts of the Minsk Group and its co-chairs. It is an internationally established format for the managing of this conflict and for maintaining peace talks. We fully support efforts of both parties in settlement of that conflict, settlement it peacefully. We have been following very closely recent efforts by the two presidents who met in Geneva, and also now expecting also a meeting of the co-chairs and the foreign ministers, hopefully also resulting in the few meetings more end of this year, beginning of next year, hopefully with some results. Well, as you know, we have started working on the new comprehensive agreement that will replace existing partnership and cooperation agreement, which we have been using since '96. Negotiations started when President Aliyev made a trip to Brussels this February, and ever since we have been intensively working on preparing and negotiating the text. There are several parts, including political, sectorial, and trade. And in all of these three strands, work is intensively ongoing. Currently, we can note good progress in these negotiations. They continue. Next rounds of political and sectorial parts are now being established for the end of November. We hope and we keep working to make sure that this agreement is concluded as soon as possible. It will take some time because it's really comprehensive and the content of that is very important. Hopefully sometime next year. Indeed, it will be also noted during the upcoming Eastern Partnership Summit that will take place 24th of November in Brussels. We very much welcome commitment of President Aliyev to attend that. We keep working on the joint declaration to be issued at that summit, and we also will look into the progress, achievements to date, and also how we can work better and more in the years to come to implement. We have 20 priorities until 2020 in a variety of areas to make and connect a stronger economy, stronger governance, stronger connectivity and stronger society. So in all of these areas, they are covering basically all of our relations. We have quite ambitious goals. We will evaluate progress to date and see how we can best work to implement them in the future. We look forward to start to open talks on the visa liberalization, but for that we first of all need to make sure that sufficient progress has been achieved in the visa facilitation implementation. So it's still a lot of work ahead of us, but let's embark on it. Let's keep working. Especially priority.